Good evening, everyone. A warm welcome to you all. So today we are here. It is a NATA interaction session with the toppers. We have with us Zankhana Pathan. Hi, Zankhana.
Hi.
We have with us Joshua as well. Joshua, hi.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, so they will share their insight into NATA preparation. They will share each and every detail about it. Apart from that, if you have any question that you want to ask Zankhana as well as Joshua, you can ask in Q&A. Q&A after completing my session, my question round. You can ask them. They will answer all your questions. So yeah, so let's start. Starting with the introduction. So first of all, Zankhana, tell us more about you, your score in NATA exam, and how would you describe your experience of the NATA exam 2020?
Yeah, so in the first attempt, I actually scored 122.5, and the course had been changed just 1 month ago. That was the first try that we had, and then we had the second attempt in September, which was just 12 days apart from the first attempt, and that's when I actually knew that what I had to do for the because we got that first try. And in the second one, I scored 180.5. So that was good. And for the new pattern, like the entire year, we were studying this drawing and the entire logical aptitude and all of that. But at the end moment, it became all online mode, now no drawing and nothing. So we started with the effects and color theory and illusion. We started focusing on the basic concepts more and the how we see different buildings and the common principles in our daily life.
Okay. So, and right now, where you are pursuing your Bachelor's of Architecture program?
Yeah, I'm at Nirma University, IFA.
Okay, so you are studying your architecture from Nirma University, which is in Ahmedabad.
Yeah, and the second year just started, like
Oh,
about.
so you have completed your first year. Now you are like promoted to second year. You got your result also. Okay, that's nice. Moving to Joshua, you had given paper this year in 2021. So tell us more about you, your score, and how would you describe your experience of the NATA exam in 2021?
Uh, Hi, my name is Joshua. My first attempt at NATA, I had got a score of 160. And in my second attempt, that was in July, I got a score of 170. Oh, sorry, 175. And these NATA papers, sure, as Sankna said, were different because all our time in BRDS, we were practicing the drawing and the perspective aspect of architecture and with those type of questions as well. But just hitherto, before the test, it just changed. And that was really different, but also challenging and same time fruitful as well.
Okay, that's nice. Joshua, according to you, what are the three key factors that proved most important for architecture entrance preparation? According to you, what were the three key
Three
factors?
key factors. One is just repeating whatever you're taught the same day. I know everybody says this, it's repeated by everybody who talks, but it is true. Whatever they teach you, just go through that. It really helps. Second thing is you can the material study material that VRDS gives is really helpful, and you just start writing those key points. Go through the books and write down those key points that you think are important. And once you do that, and it just goes into your head. One more thing that I did, which I don't think many people would do, is I went in more in depth of all the topics that they were taught, because I feel that if I go more in depth, so my brain automatically goes into that, but my basics is set right. So when the basics set right, then everything becomes more easier.
Yeah. So what do you think helped you the most in achieving your success? Like 175 is a really good score this year in 2021. So what do you think helped you?
Just repeated practice, continuous solving of papers, mock papers, aptitude tests, all that just put together just sums it up.
Okay. as you said, mock test papers. So mock test papers, how were that beneficial? Mock test papers that you solved just before your exam.
Yeah, the BRDS mock test papers surprisingly had a lot of questions that were actually in NATA. So I think around 60 to 70% of the questions was just from the mock test paper itself, which was really nice. It was really easy. And that really helped because it just set a tone to which you could strive on.
Yeah. So as much as you can practice, you can have good result. Same question to you also, Zankhna, because this is important to know. Our students want to know that three key factors that prove most important for your entrance exam preparation as per you. Like, what are the three factors?
Uh, First, I would like to see that like the main important thing is that you keep on reading new things about architecture and stay aware of the surroundings. And second is to observe, like
Yes.
don't just keep on reading and staying in the room. That won't help at all. Like
Yeah.
step out, do live sketching, see things, seeing the movements and design principles as you would have been taught. That in real life applications would really help, because the section A in my paper, it had like 4 questions, and each question would have like 16 options with 4 options that would fit the most,
Oh,
and it would be possible to guess if you keep on seeing around, looking around. That would help. And of course, as Joshua also said, revising is really important, because reading once it won't help to remember. Like at the end of the exam, like as it approaches near, uh, reading the basic info, like the brick bonds and the steps that are given in the BRDS book at the end. Um, that entire section, that is to be known, because that would also help in currently. Like I've studied first year, so we know that these design principles, movement and everything, all that comes. So you need to keep that ready. And moreover, not only the basic info, sometimes even a question one or two comes that is from a higher level. Like not everything is given uh, spoon fed. You have to keep on searching and looking up in the internet. Somewhere something will pop up, and that may be asked in NATA.
yeah. So you have to keep on practicing. Yeah. So when did you join BRD, Zankhna?
I joined in at like 6th May in 2019.
2019, just 1 year before your exam?
Yeah.
Okay. And what about you, Joshua, when you joined BRDS?
June 2020.
June 2020. So 1 year they prepared for it,
Yeah.
and yes, they got the best result. Because you have physics, chemistry, maths also in your 12th, 10 plus 2. So it difficult to manage both your 12th boards and the entrance exam preparation at the same time? Joshua, first you.
It wasn't that difficult because you set a pattern and you set your timetable. And once you set that pattern, you just know that it all flows together and you can make it up. That's the main thing. And maths, physics, chemistry, since we were learning physics, maths, physics, chemistry for NATA itself, that just patched in together. The only thing was the aptitude and the drawing, that we used to spend more time in a day with your timetable and just sorting it out.
Yeah. So, and what about you, Zankhana? How did you manage? Though it's been a year now, but how did you manage both simultaneously?
It was like quite hectic. I couldn't follow a single timetable, because like I had VIDS, then Alan and school on the same page. So for me, it was like kind of hectic in the starting, because uh, after school I would be like just half an hour at home, because I would like be staying back for the extra doubts at school. Then I would be having half an hour at home and then back to Alan for 5 hours.
Okay.
Then he back, to the entire work would be like staying up the night and working it out. So basically managing it out, I mainly focused on the NCRT books, because that helps. And even NATA, when you solve these MCQs, they are actually easier than the board NATA, the board questions that are theoretical. But the MCQs would be helping. So that's kind of a similar practice. Even the exemplar that is of NCRT, that would be helping a lot in solving these MCQs, because that has a lot of MCQ questions. And even the VRDS books that they gave and the practice that they gave at the end for all the practice, that also helped. And all these books, like, you keep on solving them, like, even they are fun while solving, because it's really easy, and doing it fast, you would enjoy it.
Yes.
Ultimately, passion that drives you.
Yeah. So enjoying the process of learning is also important. Yeah. What are your insights on the questions asked in the exam, considering the paper pattern was changed both the times due to this pandemic? They have changed the paper pattern. So can you tell us a bit about what type of questions were asked? Like Zankhna, if you remember the questions.
Yeah, so in section B, I remember maybe there were just only 10 questions in all, but it was 125 marks. So starting with the first question, they had this difference, like you get two images and find like 10 differences within it. That was easy. But the main problem was like when I was getting out of the main exam center, everyone was like, no, there are 9 differences, and some were like 10 differences. So that minor difference counts. You would like lose about 5 to 6 marks if you just pick a 9 or 10.
Yeah.
So that's a major thing, and you have to be really sure about your answer. Then from second to probably plus 4 questions, so 6. So 4 questions were like with 16 options, and that same with 4 questions. 4 options are the most right. So the other, if you take, they may be of lesser mark. They are also right, but they aren't wrong. But they would score you less marks. So that was the question. And then a few questions are of like uh, color theory related and some specific terms. You don't really get across them in the normal life, daily life, but you have to read them. It's not always possible, but there are like color effects and theories and all of that. So there are specific terminologies. Then there may be like specific paintings, like suppose there is a Picasso's Cubism. So they give you an image and they ask you that what is the element that you see in it most, or something like that. Merge pictures. What do you see in the wall mural and all that? So basically, you have options. And for the PCM part, that was my time. It was the first trial. Like before that, it was only maths. Only that year they added like all 3 subjects at once. So the first try is always a bit easier. They don't put like really hard questions.
Yeah.
But so it was like 45 minutes and you can't go back. Once you read the question, you have to tick the answer. You won't be able to get back and look at the question again. You just keep on ticking. And most of the questions, it would be like practical life questions. Like I remember even in the VRDS book, it was like that. There is a wall and suppose there's a brick. How many bricks would fit in this dimensions of the wall? So you just basically multiply and divide and all that. And some basic aptitude also comes, but there is of course reading the formulas, and if you learn only the formulas, that would also work, because in the MCQs and even in 45 minutes they won't give like super long calculations that you can do. So learning the formula and just applying that, it would do it fast.
Yeah, so that's true. And what about you, Joshua? What is your insight into the paper pattern that has
Yeah,
changed?
our paper pattern was completely different because we didn't have physics and chemistry. And maths in itself wasn't as much as like how we have differential equations and integration and all that. None of those questions were there. It was just basic trigonometry, speed, distance, and time, or variable type of trigonometric questions, including algebra, all that stuff. So it's just basic maths. But the main thing was we had 3 questions at the end, which were objective type, which we had to observe 3 pictures that were given. And those pictures were only put up for 30 seconds. And after that, the picture closes and you can't view that again. And they asked 3 sets of questions based on that picture. So say if we had one picture where we had a park and they had various people just playing around, and 30 seconds were given, and it just went off, and they asked like how many old people were there and how many benches were there in the park. So that was really surprising as such. And also the same thing as Sapna said, we had preferential type questions based on principle of design, where we had just one picture that resembled different elements, where all those elements were there, but they're just main four, and you have to base them off of hierarchy and importance, which is really something that you have to study for.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it.
So, how was your experience, Joshua, at BRDS about the faculties, environment, and everything? So, how was your experience at BRDS? Can you tell more about the classes also?
The classes, because I joined 2020 and we all know what 2020 was. So
Yes.
it was different because we didn't have that much of an access and the teachers couldn't do as much with us with the drawing as such. But when we started offline classes, it was really, you could see the difference with how it is when we are online and when the teachers are there and they correct you. There's really, it's a tremendous impact. And also that even during online as well, I ask a lot of doubts, and those teachers, I think few of them actually got fed up with me because I asked a lot of doubts with them, but they still encouraged and went on and gave me answers. And even after class, they were there with me for like an hour or two, just explaining, and just that was really nice.
Yeah. And what about you, Zankna? You have also done coaching offline and as well as online. So, how was your experience about the same BRDS, the environment, the faculties, and everything?
So initially it was like 1 year offline and then about 6 months postponing the exam. So 6 months were like online. Um, the offline part was, of course, that has an entirely different effect because you draw in front of the faculty and all the faculties, like mostly I would have like fixed mentors. Like
Okay.
I had Shubhankar sir and then Chirag sir and all these. Some were like fixed. I would like have a particular doubt. I would like go to them. They would giving me extra work to do, and then I would like complete it and then show it again. So it's mainly about how much effort you put in, because it's not always about spoon feeding. And the VRDS faculty is like literally uh, helping it out and growing self-sufficient. You start studying yourself, you start doing yourself, taking up the responsibilities. So you complete the work and you ask them. I used to ask out. I used to get like a good grade also. And these continuous tests also help because that you would know how much you learned or not. Then solving the doubts in the classes and even in online. Uh, in my time, it was Neeraj sir and Shubhankar sir also. So we had these conversations online. We would like draw the task would be given in that class only. Would be completing there, and even during the mock test, we would be solving the paper then and there. And after 1 hour of the solving, we would be like discussing it and solving it out. That what were the problems or not, how much difficulty you faced, or and then the how this is how the things were like sorted out. In offline, till it was offline, we knew that there was going to be drawing. So perspective sketches, going out for live sketching, doing all the practice, start sketching humans because humans are an important part of the perspective. You can't forget them because that would create a good effect even when you draw. So good humans are also important. And yeah, so all of that really helped. Then the environment is like really nice. I will I used to I remember I used to stay like 10 to 7 like that entire day in the ideas. Like is my passion. So I really can't stop at it. So I will like continue and never get bored.
Okay, okay. So doubt solving is also very important. Like if you have any doubts in the class, you can ask the faculty at the same time. They will be helping, of course. And how helpful was the study material, books, and discussion at BRDS, Zankna?
Yeah. So in every class, we would like keep on solving the entire bunch of the books. They had these logical reasoning books, and then the general aptitude ones, the mathematical ones, and there was also prep for the JEE mains paper too that I also gave for that. Uh, and that was actually a practice, so that also helped. And yeah, so we also solved that. We like keep on solving in every class, and then the doubts we would like clear it then and there only, like taking it home and asking in the other class. That is always a difficult part. So whenever you have questions, just ask it then and there and like complete the topic. And we were like completely solving on the projector and simultaneously on the book. And there would be like small sheets of test that would coming from the book part. So every week we would have that test. And the material was also really nice. It like covered all the points like design principles and color theory especially. That is an important part that you have to learn. So yeah, that helped a lot.
And Joshua, how helpful was the study material
Yeah,
given?
really helpful. It was because almost all the aptitude questions, everything, if you remember what you wrote in the test and you look back at the books, I bet all those questions would have been there. And if you had worked it out, it would have been damn easy. So those books are really helpful. And even the English language books as well that were given for English reasoning and all those, even those books like tremendously helped. Even in my college as well, when I was doing English in college, even those books I used for reference and worked out those examples. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So a lot of students get nervous about preparation as there is a lot of topics like drawing, architecture, aptitude, general aptitude, maths, physics, and chemistry. So there are a lot many topics, lot many questions asked. So how did you prepare, Joshua, for the same? Like drawing, first of all, how did you prepare for drawing? Though it was not asked as such, but
Drawing, actually I'm good at drawing, so that was like a bonus for me because I felt it was easier. It's just that the newer concepts, so I was more into it. And almost every day we used to get homework when we used to have class. So in every day the homework, I used to just keep on doing it again and again. Even if I finished, I would just look into new stuff and just keep drawing. And also the lines that they ask us to practice every day is like straight lines and slants. It might seem kiddish, but they're really important because when it comes to perspective, it becomes very easy for you to draw. And if they have another drawing test next year for NATA, that line practice is really important.
yeah, line practice, you can do it on newspaper also.
Yeah.
And what about architecture aptitude?
Aptitude, I felt it was easy because the what you're taught in BRDS, it just goes into it. It's not as hard because if anybody else has written other exams such as JE or CET and all those stuff, they'll see that NATA is comparatively it's very easy. So it's not that don't keep that in your mind saying it's going to be tough because seriously telling it's actually an easy paper. It's just that you have to work hard and those 2 months prior to the exam when you get to know the date, just work hard, keep a timetable, stick to it, and you will see the fruits later.
Managing your time is also important. And Zankana, same question with you, but change the topic like general aptitude. Uh, like a lot of students get nervous also about preparation for general aptitude part. So, what is your say in that?
General aptitude, like that is actually an easy part because the main problem comes when these mathematical formulas and all of that come in. And that would be terrible if it's maths of 11th or 12th. General aptitude is comparatively an easy subject because that is what we need to calculate in our daily life. Like even for shopping or calculating discount, calculating the speed. So that's a certain formula and that would remain the same. Like you just need to understand the question, read it once or twice if you don't understand it, and then write down what is in the question exactly, and then do not go in a haste because if you take a wrong decision and that would maybe even reduce your marks. Uh, so doing that, reading the question and general aptitude is certainly an easy part. You just have to learn the formulas. Like even when we used to study, Maurya sir was there handling in this part. So he used to give us the formulas and we would like just learn it. And that is also sensible formula because it's basically what we just calculate in our day-to-day life. So you just learn it and then apply it in all the questions. So it's kind of easy. You just need to do the practice and keep up the speed. Speed is main important in that. General aptitude will help you gain speed actually.
Okay. And what about maths, physics, and chemistry? Sorry.
So in my paper, I had maths from 11th and 12th. Physics was of 12th and chemistry of 11th grade.
Okay.
It was no split that way.
Combination.
Yeah. So math, of course, you would remember that because that 11th is a 12th is a continuation kind of in of 11th grade. Physics is mostly about formula because there won't be any derivation in the exam. So mainly you have to learn all the formulas that you know, even you have studied for the board. So that would be helpful if you just remember it and apply it in the MCQs when they come in. And chemistry also has formulas, but there is also a certain amount of theory in chemistry and physics both because they're like one-liners, some amount of laws or definitions or maybe a small MCQ that is given as a fill in the blank. So that kind of questions can happen. And chemistry was of 11th. So that was the part which we had to revise because that was 1 year back. So we actually had kept the faculties like extra for physics and chemistry so that we could revise our concepts again. But certainly we would have forgotten that much in 1 year. So we just revise that and yeah, they will bring that formulas and certainly one statements that would help doing the MCQ.
Okay, that's great. Moving towards Joshua, for you, how important, according to you, is understanding the basic concept of drawing, and what are what and how much of a difference does that make?
Basic understanding of drawing per se is just get to know with your shapes, your 3D geometry. Be very just keep practicing. I know most people won't be that good at drawing, but I believe that everybody's born an artist. It's just that you have to put in your work and it just happens. So drawing as such, with what BRDS had done was first we started with shapes, normal shapes, triangles, squares, spheres. Then after we kept going on more and more into hexadecimal shapes and 3D shapes. And then we went into humans. So just go with a gradual change. Don't just start off and think you're Picasso because that's not going to happen. Just go slowly, learn little by little. But by the end of time, you will catch it. Yeah.
Yeah. So learning slowly, they can make good drawing also, and it won't be like you can do it. You can definitely do it when we follow some small steps. And what about you, Zankana, on the same? Like, how important, according to you, is understanding of the basic concepts of drawing?
Drawing is actually important. Even while doing the compositions and drawing for it, even if you're looking at compositions and drawings and selecting the differential type questions, you would obviously need those basic infos and basic principles and gestalt principles are also there. So all these small things, that is light and shadow also. There is color theory also. That little things, even if in the exam their amount is less,
Hmm.
in further college you would certainly need it. So it's a quite a good thing that you need to know certain things about drawing. Like you can draw without knowing the basic things that you would do. Like for aesthetic sense, there has to be some kind of reason or sensibility behind what you choose or what you think to create.
Yeah.
Like in a composition, certainly anything placed in a haphazard way won't look that pleasuring or that right when it's like a thought about or beautifully balanced in it with colors and shapes and the weight and the size. So that also differs. You need to know the basic info.
Basic concepts is important, yes. As you both mentioned earlier, also that time management played a very important role while preparing for the exams. So, how important, according to you, was the regular practice, and how frequently did you practice, Joshua?
So I started like rigorous practicing 2 months before the exam. So I'd set a timetable where I used to get about 10 hours of study time in a day, that divided between morning, afternoon, evening, and then night. So in the mornings, I used to get up around 5 o'clock and study till like 8, because that's when I study in the morning. So I just belt those 3 hours. Then after that, from 12 to 3, I sit and study. Then after that, from 6 to like whenever dinner's ready at home, I sit and study. Then after I just plan up in the night again after my dinner and what I have to study tomorrow and what I've revised today, just go through that again. And yeah, that slowly that helps.
Okay. And what about you, Zankhana?
Yeah, so in the time management, I would like to say that time is of course limited, and when the exam would come, you couldn't like just postpone it. We have to complete the course before the exam approaches. So you just keep on working. Of course, there has to be a timetable that some amount of time has to be given to the subject to clear it off. Some topics would be like you would be like a best at it, you would know it completely, so that you could finish it off early completely, so that it stays strong. Like you need not like completely leave it off. That at the end you realize that shit, I don't know that, I don't remember that. It shouldn't be like that. So the main thing is that you start learning, preparing, and the things that you don't know, you should practice it more. Uh, but at the end, when the exam is there, in the previous night, try that you just read what you know. Keep that strong. Don't take like a new, different question at the end that would like freak you off, and in the exam you would like ruin the question that you know. So
Yes.
that happens. And for time management, I would say that for me, drawing is like a passion for me. So even if I got free time, I would start drawing. So study physics, maths, chemistry, and then when you get a break, you start sketching. So in that way, preparation also starts happening. It it keeps on continuing. So that way, it also helps. So time management can be done like this.
Yeah. And time management depends on student to student. Like if you plan accordingly, like 2 months before, or someone has planned like they divide the time like 12th standard also. With that, they will prepare for some other exam. They can plan as per their ease. Morning, if they are good at doing their practice in morning, they can wake up early. If there will be some students who used to study at night, so they will extend the whole schedule towards that. So yeah, time management depends, but it was about Zankhana and Joshua that they prepared like this. So wrapping up from my side, Joshua, what would be your advice to the students preparing for the exams currently? So they will be giving exam in 2022, and there are some students because NATA has third attempt also this time, so maybe they are giving attempt this year also. So what is your advice to them, because you have been through the same boat? So yeah, so what is your advice to them?
I would say people writing this year just start learning right now because there's no much time left. Just go through whatever they've taught you. Go through the books. If you have a habit of writing, write whatever's there which you remember because that's really good. It just goes automatically inside your head. People who are writing next year can take your time. Don't panic. There's time. There's time left. It's not like you have to struggle an entire year. Just do whatever you are do daily. Whatever they teach you, just go through that. And by the end of the time, you'll know that you have this much and you have only this much left to study. And just go through those main topics first. And yeah, then it's going to be a breeze.
Yeah, main topic first. And what about you, Zankhana? What is your advice to the students?
uh, there are a lot of topics to cover. It is not that the syllabus is less, but focus on what you can do. Like what is in the hand, you can certainly get it, and you should work towards it. Like make short goals. Like suppose I had problem remembering the trigonometry formulas, so I actually wrote them on the fridge with the marker. Like when you just pass around, you could see it. So maybe sticking pictures or writing some formulas here and there that you continuously see it. You could remember it now and then. So certain methods that you like, if you wake up in the stay up in the night and study, that's also fine. However, it's suitable to you, you shall do it because the task is to be accomplished by you only.
Yes. So whatever suits you, you can do it. Work more on your weakness right now. And yeah, strength is your strength, of course. So this was all about my question that I wanted to ask you both. Now we have students, we have, they will ask you some question. I will ask. And if students, if you want to ask specifically question to Zankhna or Joshua, you can mention this before the question so that I can read it like that. And otherwise, I will make it a common and I'll ask both. So starting with Ronit Sehgal. Hello, Joshua and Zankhna. Hope you are doing well. I wanted to ask a couple of questions. Would recommend to prepare for NATA and 12 simultaneously. Maybe the question will come next. Okay. How did you manage PCM in practicing drawing in 11th grade, Joshua?
PCM, don't worry too much in 11th because it's just stepping stone to 12th. Whatever they teach you in your school or your college, just continue learning that. Again, revise daily. Drawing is like a break time. Like when your mind goes to rest and you want to be free, just keep drawing at that time. Just doodle on just wherever you find, just keep doodling, keep practicing. That's what I used to do. I just random books. If you look at mine, it's just doodles around instead of notes. So just practice that in 11. Don't struggle too much. Take it lightly because if you struggle too much, then you again get terrified because 12th will be a little bit more harder and be like, oh, I can't do this. So just take it one day at a time. Don't keep very long-term goals because once you keep the long-term goals, you start overthinking day by day, and those days just keep going off, and that you're not going to get that back.
Yes, true. Zankhna, what concept should we concentrate more?
PCM does hold a part, but the amount is less actually when it comes to marking system. So maybe design and looking at the principles around you, focusing on how you see things around and observe in them, like draw. Actually, though drawing is not there in the exam, but drawing and applying the concepts, how you see it, read about the artists or architects and their works, their buildings, how they drew in their paints, what were the movements that happened, because they have these topics like cubism, then there is this Baroque architecture, Rococo, and all of that. So that's quite a different topic. Um, and then looking at these different perspectives, like you see something, but see it in different ways. Like don't just keep a narrow or straight vision. So that would be important for getting those 125 marks. PCM is certainly important. You can't score a zero in that. So you have to do a minimum bit of part that is certain to get some good marks in all of that. So in my time, I had 5 questions each subject in PCM, the total 15 questions, I guess. And though it's less, does have a bit part in the marks. So you have to get through some formulas, and there are a few topics in maths, physics, and chemistry. Like certainly there is trigonometry, then surface area under the curve, then there are like points, all that. Geometry is also an important part because volume and area would come in that. In physics, electricity, power watts, because that is related to architecture. And in chemistry, I guess the composition, the chemical equations that can come. Organic chemistry won't be there so much because mainly it's inorganic chemistry that is basically in 11th. So that would also help. And these are some of the main parts in PCM. So mainly design is important of the 125 marks, but do focus on PCM. You can't leave it behind.
Okay. So Joshua, what you are targeting now? Which college you want to take admission?
I just like today I had my first day of college. I'm in Bangalore, so I joined Christ.
Okay.
But I'm trying for IIT, so just going in the background.
Okay, so you have given your mains in advance also for.
I finished my mains. My it's advanced on October 3rd.
Okay, then you are targeting double AT as well.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So how was your first day in the college?
Hectic because from 8 o'clock till now 5:30 we had continuous meetings. So exhausted.
Okay. So you have given Joshua paper for JEE paper 2 also for BR.
Yes, ma'am. BARC I wrote. I think last year I wrote BARC,
Okay.
and this month I wrote JEE mains.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice. Hmm. So Zankhana, as she mentioned earlier, she is in Nirma University, which is in Ahmedabad, and Joshua is pursuing in Christ University, which is in Bangalore, and he's planning for IIT also, like through AAT, Architecture Aptitude Test. He can target IIT, IIT Roorkee, Kharagpur, and Varanasi. There are 3 IITs. So, any specific IIT you are targeting,
Oh,
Joshua?
Roorkee, ma'am.
Roorkee. Okay. So, why specifically only Roorkee?
No, ma'am. I just like the campus. It's really beautiful.
Okay, that's so. If you also feel any of the question you want to answer, Joshua and Zankhana, you can do so. Okay. One person is asking, did you refer to any books website other than the ones provided by BRDS, Joshua?
Books is such. We have Jeevit Publications has certain books for maths,
Okay.
which is a guide for 11th, 12th, and 10th all put together. So that was really helpful. Also, I used because we were online. I just used to watch a lot of YouTube videos, lectures. I attended a lot of crash courses that helped me understand architecture a little bit more. So that helped as well.
Okay. Yeah. I had interaction last week also with BDES toppers. So they also mentioned this that watching YouTube videos can also help. Like whatever topic you want, you can see a video that can help you in pursuing something. So yeah. Okay, this is for you, Zankhana. How did you manage to divide time between studies for LN and BRDS?
Yeah. So initially, Alan is like 4 days a week from Monday to Friday. One day only was holiday, and there was like 5 hours. So that um, during that time, BRDS was just on Saturday, like Saturday or Sunday. So weekends. So when you do a 3 hour class there, uh, I am actually fast at grasping the design part, so I usually get fast on it, and uh, so since it's my interest part also, so I used to do that 3 hour class. Then I would like go home. That day only, I would like sit on the homework, complete it by night, and I would like be finished with the homework. Then I could like suppose I want to do something extra, I would do it on the weekday for a break. Because of course, doing the maths, physics, chemistry all the day, it's not
Yes.
possible for me. You can't go on with the same MCQ solving and all that. So for break, you could do that composition, coloring, and all that between. Alan, of course, if you are doing IIT, of course, you have to balance both. You have to solve the MCQs and all of that. I, however, didn't try for the IIT.
Okay.
So uh, my goal was like accept, and I actually almost reached it. So yeah, uh, so that is the main part. Have doing the Alan actually, I had already told the faculties there that I am doing architecture, so I'm not in the entire JE main direction. So they like gave a lease to me that okay, you do only this much MCQ, that would be fine. So I did that, like doing a bit small number of MCQs. You try that in each chapter, so you would get a little experience on the MCQs there. That would help. But doing the entire book, of course, that would take a lot of time. You have the school homework also. There is NCRT. NCRT would actually help more. If you are not focusing on IIT, then NCRT is actually a base. You need to do that entirely properly. That would help it out.
Okay. So Joshua, what is the level of maths in NATA and JEE?
Level of maths in NATA and JEE.
Yes, JEE, I guess
Uh,
they're talking about the architecture JEE.
so in NATA, there's not much of maths in my paper which I written because there's a lot of it was cut down. It was just basic maths, a little bit of logical reasoning that you have to apply to certain questions. In JEE, yeah, there was a good amount of maths with a lot of differentiation, a lot of integrals. Actually, integrals plays a big role in JEE. It's one BR paper, and also trigonometry and limits. Your limits and derivatives are really important. That should be at the back of your head, because if you sit and think and you won't be able to have time to solve the answers because they are pretty lengthy. So you really have to practice those as well.
Okay, that's nice. So, how you make a composition more interesting, Joshua? If you can.
Composition more interesting. Do something out of the box, because you would know a composition. Say they asked us to have a fruit basket, and everybody just draws a basket with fruits. You could draw something whereas you have a tree, and from the tree in the background you can see the fruits coming in and coming into a line like a river, and you have a big like a big basket. You can see the fruits falling in, and you can see that as well going back into Mother Earth as well after being consumed, and again goes back into the tree. So that is also same. It just says fruit basket, but it is a composition and gives more in depth. This one of it shows circle of life as well. So that is how you elevate it a little bit more, and that gives you more marks.
Yes. So you can think in the other way also,
Yeah.
and you can create it more interesting. Hello, senior Joshua. Okay.
I'm not senior, Mama. I'm just 1 year elder to you. Don't call me senior.
Yes, only 1 year, and he has just started. It's just a first day of his college. Okay. So, Joshua, again, how do we complete our drawing faster?
Drawing faster, just practice, 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 practice. Because if you don't do that, then you're just going to keep on rubbing and drawing again and rubbing and drawing. You won't feel confident. As when you feel that confidence after practicing, you know, yeah, I can draw fast, that automatically happens. And don't panic when you see the question. The question may be topsy turvy, but just read it, understand it, and once you start drawing, just let it go. Don't, because if you stop and you hit a roadblock, then it's very hard to go ahead of that.
Yeah. So practice is very important. As much as you like, if as much as you can practice, that will help you to improve your skills also. So, how much time you devoted to prepare for exam in a day? Joshua, you have already explained, but once more because not many questions are there for the same like this.
For NATA itself, like those 2 months, 10 hours in a day is what I kept. Because I used to study more in depth of everything, which helped me to understand more. So 10 hours in a day, same morning 5 to 8, then again 12 to 3, 6 to 9, 9:30, and then 10 to 11, 11:30, 12, around that. Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. So before 2 months, preparing only for 2 months. Before that, how you prepared? Like
Before that, I just, so we had our classes in the evening. So I think from 6 to 8, we had our classes. So after that, I used to sit and work out. Then after my dinner, I used to sit and work out, because I used to go to like 2 or 3 o'clock in the night, and used to just keep on drawing and drawing. And again in the morning, after before my classes, I used to revise on my what college used to teach before that, and then after college again I used to revise on my NATA. So
okay, so revision is very important. Yeah. Zankna, how? Why did you choose Nirma? Like for your architecture?
It's the second best college in Ahmedabad, like after SEP. So I could have gone to SEP. It was just one rank behind. So even one rank counts. That is a matter of fact. And I chose Nirma because it's also good. Most of the faculties are same in SEPT and Nirma. The visiting faculties, like most of them teach at SEPT also, and the faculties at Nirma are graduated from SEPT. So that's also, you wouldn't lose anything if you take in Nirma also. So that was a good part.
Okay. Joshua, color pencil better than the normal one if you do some kind of drawing sketching.
I don't use color pencils. I just sketch.
Okay.
Color pencils, yeah, it does, but they don't look at the color. They just look at what you have done. I don't see color adding much of a difference in your drawing where you get more marks. It's just that your idea and your uniqueness that paves the way for that.
Okay, so he used to only sketch, no color. So, do we need to make a portfolio for NATA? No, you are not required. Like portfolio, it's not required. So, Joshua, after your degree, what is your plan? Like doing masters and all, etc., etc.
Oh yeah, I plan to do masters in landscape architecture.
Landscape architecture. Why you have chose that?
It feels different, and I can feel I can add a little bit more with what they have their basic ideology of. I feel I can enhance it a little bit better.
Okay. And what about you, Zankna? After completing another 4 years, like what you are planning next?
I'm thinking of doing masters in fine arts.
Okay, why finance? You will change your field.
I'm extremely into sculpting and painting and all that. That's what I can do, like the entire day. I wouldn't be bored of. So
Okay.
that's my I would like to fulfill it. It's just 4 years after. Like the 1 year just rushed away.
Okay. Okay, Joshua, when someone is asking, Ayush is asking, I would like to ask that what should I do to improve my drawing skills and how to improve shading?
Improved drawing skills is basic daily drawing. Don't feel like, oh, I can't draw, it's not coming as up to the mark, because that's how it is. You haven't practiced it as much, so it's giving that result. Keep practicing every day. Do easy stuff and perfect that easy stuff, because perfection in one thing is better than just attempting the task in something greater. And shading, I would say just what is it? You have a shade block where you go from dark to light, light to dark. I just used to keep doing that with a lot of papers, and that just gives you that tone, the amount of pressure that you have to put to a pencil. Use one type of pencil, don't keep changing, because that pencil grade as well plays a good role. Because if you do 2B and again you start doing with 6B in the exam, you're going to feel very awkward. So go with one type pencil that you're comfortable with, and you go on with that.
Okay. Zankna, Vedant is asking which questions you prefer more to spend time on in an exam to both. So, no, this question is incomplete. So, Vedant, you can write this question again. Okay. Zankna, again, how did you manage your stress? I get stressed very often.
Yeah, that is actually a part. Even I used to get stressed. So sometimes like physics is actually that subject that gives stress. Doing all that SL Aurora, that is a book this much thick, one volume. Second volume is also that much thick in 12th standard. So I used to do that for derivations, not in the starting, at the end actually. When the pressure built up that, okay, you have to do that derivation. Anyhow, you started earlier, that is actually better. You start writing those derivations in parts, little bit. Like, I don't actually like physics that much. So what I did was like, I took an ink pen that was my favorite, and I just wrote the derivation, like doing calligraphy while writing the derivation. So some an interesting stuff. I got interested in writing that way. In that way, the derivation also happened. So learning and having my type of fun got along. So that's why some amount of stress could remain, and you could talk a bit around with your friends. Like, don't just keep on sitting in the room. That would, of course, create a lot of pressure in your mind that this is left, and the subject is actually a lot of things in it that won't be able to get it off the head. And if you like drawing, do draw. Take color pencil, maybe take a canvas, take some acrylic colors, take the brush, just flash it. Even doing those lines, scribbling, that line practice, you have anger, you put it in the lines, you start practicing. That would help it release, and same time the practice would also happen.
Yes.
Or just go out for a walk. That is the
Whatever you feel like, you will be happy. You do that. So reading the question, Joshua was also very much like. I guess he also want to answer is the how did you manage your stress, Joshua?
Stress is such, it just came during the end moments, because I just start thinking and thinking like, if I don't get the marks, what is going to happen? If I get the marks, then what's going to happen? If something happens during that test and something goes wrong, then so just don't overthink it as much. Every day will go on its own. Live that day. And stress, find one coping system. So my coping system was I play basketball. So whenever I used to feel stressed, I used to just go out and just start play for like 4 or 5 hours and just come back and just reduce, just calm me down. So find your coping system, your coping mechanism, and make sure that you don't feel stressed when that as soon as that happens. And if you haven't finished studying also, just stop there, go chill for some time, and then if you feel like studying again, study, or just go sleep.
Yeah. So again, whatever interests you, you do that apart from studies. Tanmay is asking how to study general knowledge. As this time the questions are really varied. Joshua.
General knowledge, there's no particular way of studying. You just have to be in line with whatever's happening in current affairs. General knowledge is such, which was asked in NATA, was mostly related to architectural, the different parts of architecture. Say what's like a new type of design building, or who won the prize this year, which building won the prize, or which type of architects are there in India who are currently at the top level, who are doing other stuff as well. So go research into that, read up on it, continuously start reading, look into that every day, see what's different, what interests you, and through that, yeah, you will get to know what's happening.
Yes. Okay, that's nice. Any tip for identifying principles of design in painting and pictures? So, like Zankhana, if
Yeah. So suppose an image is given that there is a building. So firstly, would see verticality in that. There would be an option mostly about verticality and horizontality. So if there is a minimalistic building, mostly some of the times in landscape architecture, you get it in a flat way. So that is a horizontal thing. You see it naturally. You can see it in a line. Then there is sometimes the movement or spiral and all of that. So spiral you can see in the stairs. If there is an image that is already helix is there, then if you see there is a road, there are like trees coming on both sides, then there you would be able to identify avenue. So that some are the terms that even these six main principles, that there is a shape, form, or datum, all these terms come in. Like you see how the building is placed from plan or the 3D form also. If there is not a building, there is some kind of composition that also has some kind of feeling attached to it. Like, is it some calmness, or there is some kind of cubism? Like, there was actually a painting of Picasso maybe in it. So there were like small squares or cubes or rectangular quadrilateral shapes. You would guess it that, okay, it is cubism. Why? Because it has these straight sides attached to it. There are like corners that you could identify. So that you have to see in the picture. That you, but yeah, you could guess it if you like.
okay.
Just understand the principle and keep the principles in mind while you
Oh,
look at
Joshua, for you, how are you preparing for double AT? It's mute.
Oh yeah, right now I'm not doing anything. I'm just relaxing because all that test and everything, all that is over. So I'm just waiting now. I'll another few weeks I'll start for my JE advanced, and then after that look into IAT as well.
Okay. So Pranjali has asked, it is a big question. So I will read it. Hi, firstly, congratulations for your commendable scores. So yeah. I am currently studying in 12th grade due to all this online system. What would be your say on keeping motivated to hustle with regularity, Joshua?
Motivation, hustle, regularity. Good question. Uh, yeah, it is a painstaking task online. It's not that good because even for us, the first few months was really hectic. So some people, what they would do, they just leave the online class, they just on it and they go and sit. That I don't feel like is the right thing. Sit through it. Some things are tough. There are no shortcuts to certain stuff, and this is one of those things. You have to go through it. however it is tough, but just find a coping mechanism. If you don't, if you're starting to feel awkward or just going down, or mellowing down, just leave it. Go and sit for some time, read a book, or listen to music, or just go out for a walk. Just do that. Motivation. Keep one end goal. Like I have to go there. That is my end place. And whatever you do, just make sure that you keep that in mind and you're doing it. Say now, if, for me, in this example, I have to get into IIT. So that was my main thing. Even in 12th, when I started joining BRDS, is the main thing at IIT architecture. So whatever I kept doing was just this one to reach that goal. So keep that one goal, don't mishap on that, and stick to that. By the end of the time, that goal will come true.
Yeah, so keeping a goal and striving towards it is also very important. So again, Joshua, are details lot more necessary for drawing questions, or can we keep it minimalistic?
Keeping it minimalistic would mean that you have to do something unique, because if you're going to keep it minimalistic and do simple, then it's just child's play that anybody can do that. Details, don't overcrowd it, make it simple enough, but have little bit details such that they find it interesting, but not too interesting where it just becomes boring. And also minimalistic, yeah, there is a modern art is minimalistic, but it is unique. So keep it unique, keep it different, and always think what else can you do that is different from others, that you can do that perfects yourself or it makes it your work, what you are. And if it defines you, then you're well into it.
Okay. So you have mentioned earlier that you used to see YouTube channels. So Maya is asking like which social media platform you see and inspired. Like, yeah.
That is basically just YouTube video, or there's channels. I just randomly typed in Nata, this one exam tips and tricks. So whatever used to come, I just used to keep watching that. One thing, I'm not too sure. I think it was Nata underscore architecture. This one, I think that's the channel's name. So that channel also was pretty good because he had daily tests as well with BRDS tests and this test. Yeah, it is hectic, but that really helped. And also his keynotes also were pretty good.
Okay. So doing test, you can just follow that page if you want. So Joshua, again for you, if you can understand this question, what is the highest PR you got in JEE mains paper 1?
Highest PR. PR in the sense?
Yeah, I also didn't got, so I thought it's a technical term. But yeah, Shubham, you can write it again. What does PR means?
Percentage.
PR, would you say with personal rank or?
It's personal rank. Okay.
Not too sure.
If it's personal rank, then what is your highest?
JEE mains, the ranking hasn't come yet. I got 93%. JEE mains, yeah.
Okay. Tejashree, NATA and JEE-BR both are good because through NATA you can target 80% of colleges, and JEE only School of Planning and Architecture and National Institute of Technology. There are 17 colleges. If you are targeting that then JEE is your go. Otherwise, you can give NATA and target 80% of colleges in India. So what was your 12th result, Joshua?
12th, 95%. Because I didn't write 12th. It's just a huge scam which happened and everybody got flying colors. So yeah.
95.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what was your expectation?
Yeah, around that 90, 95, around that. But no one really cared about the 12th results this year because many of the colleges we already finished admissions, everything before that used to come.
Yeah. So, and Zankana, what was your 12th result?
Mine was actually 87%.
Well, how much?
87% in CBS.
Okay. Someone is asking how to score 200 out of 200 in NATA.
I want to know that question. I also want to know why I didn't score 200 in NATA.
Yeah.
It is a little bit hard because I don't think many people have got that 200.
No.
It's not possible. I don't think it is possible. But yeah, you can strive to it. You might be the needle in the haystack who can get that 200.
Yeah. Okay. So when we talk about, there is one question from Aditi, I would answer this. How much do I need to score in boards and NATA to get into top colleges like CEPT? So 50% of your NATA score and 50% of your 12th board will be considered. So you have to give importance to both. Zankna, when should you start studying seriously?
At the start of 12th would be a better idea, not at the end of 12th when the board exams are on head. If you start studying from 11th, that's also good, but then don't stop it after 11th.
Yeah.
You have to continue for 2 years or just 1 year, but you have to study. Like, don't just burden it or keep it that I will do it at the end. That won't work it out.
Continuous study is important. Joshua, how many perspective did you practice? Because you earlier mentioned perspective.
Perspectives, yeah, I did all 1, 2, 3 point, 4 point, and 5 point.
Okay, that's great. So, did you fix that? I will practice this much perspective in a day, or it's just
Perspective mainly, I used to practice only 2 and 3 point because that was what was asked, and 1 point rarely. But I just found it a little bit more challenging at 4 and 5 points. I just used to keep doing that as well, just for like my this one. Yeah.
knowledge? Okay. Have you both given exam for designing also, or it was just architecture?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what inspired you? Like, I want to go in architecture. I want to become an architect.
I just want to do something different, and I used to like drawing as well. And it was actually from like 8th or 9th standard. I used to like really like buildings, so
Okay.
that just all flow into one course, and it just kept going on.
Okay. Khushi Chaudhary, why did you not choose SPA? Joshua, your score is good. Why did you not choose?
I just didn't want to go into a different state again. If when I get into IIT again, to shift into a different state, so I just wanted to stay in Bangalore. If I get into IIT, yeah, it's just a one-time shift, but or not just like stay here.
Okay.
Because I tried CEPT also, and I got into CEPT as well, but this thing happened where I had to shift again, then shift again, so it just becomes a little bit hectic.
Difficult. Yeah. Zankhana, experience. Can you share your experience from 1 year you are doing your BR course? You have already completed your 1 year. You got your result also. So, how was your experience this whole year?
We had just 3 days offline college till now. It was the second semester started with 3 days college, and then the lockdown again got imposed, and then we shifted the entire assignment. That was, we were measuring the site in Nirma, and suddenly it got online, and the entire assignment had to be changed because, of course, it can't be continued. That measurements were left. So we had construction as our subject. We also had structure. We are still studying that. That would be ended in the second year. And then we had a basic design subject. That was actually my favorite, and I have like topped in it. So that is actually a nice subject. And then you have studio. Studio will remain like the entire 5 years. That would stay. Studio is actually a main subject. You have to work in it. There will be a lot of workers. There would be jury in it. Panels would be set, and then there are certain electives or certain extra subjects that keep changing in every semester. So that also happens. And basically, it's an interesting thing. You get a bit of inorganic chemistry in construction. Structure has a bit of physics related to it. Uh, Maths, of course, I was reading a question actually in the session, and I saw that someone has asked that, does architecture have a level higher level of math? Not till now. We haven't got any such calculations that we can do. It's all a simple, and nothing as that much hard would come. But we are still studying. There are calculations in structure. I don't know because we haven't had our calculations in structure yet. But mainly, it's not so tough as in we were when we were studying in 12th. So basically it's a good experience, and my result is like all the subjects that are like 6 to 7 subjects that we have, I got A and A plus in that. So first year is fun actually. But each semester as you pass, you will feel that you get a lot of more work, and then you will be completing in that semester, and then you, as you go to the other semester, you will be like, the previous semester was much less work than this.
Yeah.
That would happen.
Every year you have to work more.
Yeah.
Joshua, how can 2D and 3D composition can be improved to look more interesting?
2D as such is just with more different type of drawing. 3D you can use lots of lights and shadow play. Take them with like two different places. If you take light and you have an object and you can shine light on that and show that with your shading, well and good. Also different type of shading as well. You can use cross hatching, which is better with 3D objects. And one more would be, yeah, almost around that. Different type of shading techniques and light and shadow, proper use of light and shadow with their different types of proportions. Yeah, that would be better.
Okay. There is Vaishnavi asking, why Christ University? Which other colleges is good in Bangalore for architecture?
In Bangalore, you have Dayanand Sagar, Ramaya. Christ is really good, but the thing is, Christ is young, so I just wanted to, because every other college, this college that show gives architecture, is a bit old. I just wanted to join to Christ and see what this one is about, because they've been in the architecture education for only 4 years. So this year will be their first graduating batch. So I just wanted to feel fresh and some new experience. So also, RV also is a good college that has architecture, and
Okay.
BMSE as well. So these 5, 6 colleges.
Okay. So, Joshua, in the beginning stages, what should I practice in drawing specifically? Shan is asking. He has just started, maybe.
Drawing specifically, if you're good at drawing, start with human figures. Keep going with human figures, because the proportion once you get, it helps with other different aspects of drawing as well. If you start with 2 point and 3 point, that really helps if you get the proportion right. If you're new with drawing, then you start with basic shapes. Get your line practice right first. Try as much as don't use a scale. Freehand drawing is the best because it's faster and it gives you more confidence as well. You start doing those shapes, and if you get more confidence, then keep going on and on and on, and then yeah, it should work out.
Okay. Sachin Gupta is asking, what is your strength and weakness?
Strength and weakness. Strengths, there are many. Weakness, I procrastinate a lot. That is one thing I had a lot hard time dealing with. I just used to procrastinate stuff and push it back, push it back. Then I reached a point where I just do everything together, and from then on, yeah, just kept getting more easy and easy. That's it.
And what about you, Zankna? What is your strength and weakness?
My strength, if I see overall, art, drawing, sketching, that is my strength. Seeing the design, its principles, applying theory and all that, that's my strength. For weakness, I'm weak at calculating, remembering the formulas. So that's a difficult part for me. But I still put it at least because you just have to revise it. Still, if you don't like it, because it's for the betterment. Like I had a dream to become an architect since fourth standard, so had to complete it.
Okay, that's nice. Joshua, which board you were in your 12th grade? Like which board?
Which, sorry?
Which board? Like it was a state
Board,
board.
PUC, pre-university.
Okay. And Zankna was from CBSE, right? Yeah. Okay. Arya is asking, from where did you learn calligraphy? Zankna.
Um, like I haven't had a professional course yet of it. I would like to though, but I like to style letters. Like it's on my own. I just write it in my own style and invent it. Haven't taken such course yet.
Okay. So by yourself only you learned that all. skills. Okay. Swandima is asking Joshua, what is more important from your side? Technicalities or creativity of the project?
Uh, you have to have basic technicality, because without technicality, then the project doesn't go up. Once you have that basic technicalities of certain aspects and certain elements, then it's just creativity on and on and on that just continues building it up. So your foundation should be basic technicality, and once you start going up, creative endeavor takes in.
Okay. Um, okay, someone is asking you only, Joshua, I feel. If you would not get out, then are you gonna move with your current college or change it to some other college?
No, stay.
Stay with Christ only. Okay. You are not a hero. Joshua, how do you keep the consistency in studying?
Consistency in studying is same. Just keep your goal. Don't get lazy, because once you get lazy and one day you'll say, okay, I'm not going to study today, and just keep building and on. Then by the time it comes, then you will have a lot of backlog of work, and that just it's not good.
Yes.
Start doing it. You will feel it will tell you, no, I don't want to do it today, but just continue pushing on and on and on.
Okay, so she joined late. Joshua has scored 175 marks and Zankana has scored 180.5 marks. Zankana has cleared in 2020 and Joshua has cleared in 2021. So yes, RK, if you are late, then that was their scores. So Zankana, what was your inspiration for choosing architecture as a career?
They are actually my uncle and aunt. Like they are architects, and I used to go to their office when I was like small, in third or fourth standard, and I used to do some sketching, drawing on paint. Like that was the minimum software that you could do on a laptop at that age. So I just made boxes of, and then it inspired like that entire architecture area that you sketch and draw and plan and design buildings where you live. So
Okay.
that was
Uh-huh. So PR is percentile rank. So it was 93 or 94. Right, Joshua? It was
94.
94, yeah. So, Zankana, how was your experience with Nirma?
yeah, it has been a good experience. Like all the faculties, we keep in touch. We have like tons of groups on WhatsApp with each and every faculty for each and every subject for each and every semester. So it's a really good experience at time.
Okay. Okay. Did any of you consider applying for abroad universities? Zankana and Joshua? No. So Ashutosh is asking, my question is how to manage the time if I have a school in the morning 8 to 3 and then PCM classes in the evening. I am currently preparing for around 4 hours a day. So it is enough? Joshua, what is your saying then? It is enough?
Yeah, for now, yeah, it is enough. Because I also used to study only for 4 hours in a day, but I didn't have those classes as such in the evening. So at that time, I had other work to do. So around that, but when you reach that point when you know, yeah, you have to sit and study now, just stop all that. It's fine. Don't attend those classes. It's okay. If that exam is coming up, just prepare on that.
Okay. So you had the physics chemistry class in your 12th grade, Joshua? Or
Yes, I had in college, but I didn't like attend tuitions as such.
okay, you did self-study apart from your college. Okay. So that is the way he managed time. So Shubham, he has already explained his strategy for preparing both AEE advanced he will do now and AAT after completing advanced he will look into preparation for that. Pranav, yes, it is compulsory to qualify NATA. So 70 is the passing marks. So yes, Zankhana is from Ahmedabad and Joshua is from Bangalore. Okay, Joshua, I'm having trouble with shadow effect while sketching. How do I improve that?
Shadow effect is basically on how much pressure you put on your pencil and with what proportion you add that shadow. So, say you have the direction of the light source and your object, you have to get that proportion right and the perspective of where the shadow will fall. Once that is done, that's just 50% of the work done, and you just need to fill in the rest. So, that fill in the rest also is depending on how light you are or how hard you press that nib, and depending on the pressure and the shade and the grade of your pencil also that helps with the shade.
Yes, true. So you mentioned your weakness is procrastination. So one is asking how to you overcome it. Like have
Overcome procrastination slowly. If any work was given to me, I would first complete 70% of that work. And then once you do that, you feel like, oh, there's only 30% left. So I just might as well finish it. So that slowly, it builds up that motivation to just complete that task and just goes on.
okay. Again, you can answer this. I have a question for Joshua. What are the key points we should keep in mind for the NATA third attempt this year? And how should we tackle the question that consists partial marking?
Partial marking would be this one perspective questions or your preferential type questions where you have to get your principle of designs right and you have to get that set, because without that you won't be able to answer those questions, and they carry a lot of marks, so 4 or 5 marks per question. So that really helps, and your current theory should be pretty damn good. Your aptitude will come because you have been practicing for like a year, so that is just going to be at the back of your head. When you see the question, you'll know the answer.
Okay.
Also, yeah, it's about, and this one observation questions, those 3 pictures at the end. You have to work on your observatory skills. Focus on key elements in the picture. Once you see, like, you can find out a pattern in the picture, just write down those. Like, just mentally count it and write those down and write the number, because those questions carry those questions are 30 marks, and those are just 3 pictures. So that really helps a lot, boost your score.
Okay, that's nice. So yeah, that was the questions. So what is like at last I would ask Zankhna you first, what is your mantra to success?
Keep time for passion and keep it as a goal. Like, don't forget why you chose this path, because that is the only way you would keep working for it. Otherwise, getting lost in, like, make short term goals for that longer dream. Like taking small pills, like do this work, that work, because that would ultimately make the steps to reach that goal. Well, why you chose this path to get into architecture?
Okay. And Joshua, what is your mantra to success?
I believe that there is a saying, practice makes a man perfect. But I believe that practice makes whatever you do permanent. Perfect practice is what makes you perfect. And just strive to achieve that perfect practice in whatever you do, even the smallest things. And that builds up, and that focuses on what you want to do in life as well.
Yeah, that's really interesting. One interesting mantra. I hope that many of the students will get benefit from this mantra also. So yes, this was a nice session with you, Joshua and Zankhna. Thank you very much for being here, for spending your time with our students. There were around 200 plus students who attended the seminar, and I hope they got a lot of insight into how to prepare for the exam. So what all topics need to cover, how they can practice, and through your key factors, through your motivation, they can also get motivated and crack paper this year as well as next year with good marks. So thank you very much for being here.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for having me.
Welcome. So have a great day, everyone. Enjoy your day. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.